Life is full of changes and challenges. Do you know how to navigate change with grace? Hi there, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Summer Owens, and I empower organizations and individuals to become more confident and resilient leaders of teams or just your own life. And I am super excited to be back with you because I am still giving you the lessons from my grandmas, giving you the lessons from my grandmas, 100 lessons my centenarian grandmas taught me. If you missed any of the videos, be sure you go check them out. Be sure you check out the video where I talk about why I wrote this book and why I'm doing these videos. But I am super excited. Be sure you subscribe so you don't miss any more of the videos. You make sure you are notified when I create another video because I am super excited to be sharing these lessons from my girls. 100 lessons my grandma's taught me, my centenarian grandma's taught me. And I am now still in the lessons on confidence, the lessons on confidence. And I'm on lesson 14. Navigate change with grace. Navigate change with grace. Life has changes. If you live long enough, whether you live to be 102 like one of my grandmothers or 98 like the other, or if you're nowhere near those ages, you probably experience change. You probably experience a lot of change in your personal life or in your professional life, or if you're anything like me and most people, both. Lots of change throughout your life. But does change rattle you? Does it shake you? Does it throw you off? Does it make you mad? Does it mess you up? Or do you know how to navigate change with grace? And in this lesson, we're talking about navigating change with grace. With grace. My grandmas were masters of navigating life's constant changes with grace, instilling in me a profound understanding of resilience. Their adaptability in the face of shifting circumstances, from moving to new places to adjusting to the losses and gains of life, showed me the strength that lies in knowing how to handle change. I've learned to embrace change as an inevitable part of life, using it as a catalyst for personal growth and confidence building. Their examples have taught me to approach transitions with optimism and poise, qualities that now define how I handle my own life's changes. Through their lives, I've realized that facing change with grace is not just about survival, but it's about thriving, turning each new challenge into an opportunity for self discovery and reinforcement of my inner strength. Life is full of changes. Handle them gracefully and adaptively. Adaptability is a key trait for dealing with life's unpredictability. Handling changes with grace can reduce stress and anxiety associated with the unknown. It also demonstrates leadership and can inspire those around you to manage their own changes with a positive attitude. Grace under pressure can lead to more effective problem solving and decision making. Embracing change often leads to personal growth and new opportunities. So when I think about handling change with grace, I think about some key moments in my life where I had to deal with change. And one that was a really defining moment in my life was when I became pregnant, when I got pregnant when I was 15 years old, and how being pregnant and ultimately becoming a mom, and especially so young, changed everything about my life. It changed my high school years, it changed my college years, and it changed every year since then. But it was because I saw examples in my life, examples in my grandmother about how to handle change with grace that made that situation not devastate me, not take me out, but help me to become the woman that I am today. And even ultimately using that situation, that change in my life to be something positive and to be even is the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing today. And able to share the messages that I've been able to share, write the book that I've been able to write, to have a whole speaking career and coaching business and consulting and everything that I do was really goes all the way back to how I handled that change in my life at 15 years old, what I did with that change. Then I also think about in my professional life, in my career and working for the Memphis Grizzlies and then working for Service Master. And then I went to FedEx. And when I think about FedEx is when it really, the change word really sticks out for me because if you work at FedEx, or at least while I was there, changes was a constant and you got used to change. So in the time that I was there, and I was there about 6 years, I worked on 5 different teams and I think it was 5 different managers because it was change. And every manager there and even directors knew they had a policy of rotating managers and rotating teams. And so nobody ever got too comfortable in a certain position, because you might get another, you probably would get another position, another team, another task, another job. And they had their reasons for doing that. But because of that, I got used to change. I would do a good job in what I was doing, but I also would understand that change would happen. Change not could happen, it would happen. And so and even in my professional life, I learned how to navigate change with grace. Rather than being upset about it, it was one, to prepare for it, and then two, thriving in it, thriving in it. So can you navigate change with grace? So, like with every lesson in the 100 lessons my centenarian grandmas taught me, I'm providing 5 tips on how you can live the lesson right now. No, you can't have that. You can't do that. Have you ever heard that voice, maybe from someone else or deep down inside of you, saying, no, you can't? Ever felt like you weren't good enough, smart enough, or brave enough to have what you really want? You know, that promotion, that degree, that dream job, that house, that fulfilling relationship, that business, that life you've always imagined. Well, I'm confidence coach Summer Owens, and I'm here to tell you, yes, you can have it. And yes, you can do it. I'm the person to help you make it happen, because I've been there. I faced doubts, fears, and setbacks head on. As a teen mom who was told my future was bleak, I chose to say, so what, to every obstacle I faced. I didn't let circumstances or self-doubt define me. I've probably done what you want to do. I've earned degrees, I've had dream jobs, I've launched business, written powerful books, bought houses, all while defying the odds. Now I want to help you to say so what to your fears and limitations too. I want to share my secrets to success with you in my Get the Guts to Go For It program. If you're tired of watching others live the life that you want and you're ready to turn your someday into today, let me help you embrace the so what mindset. Build your confidence and make your dreams a reality. Grab one of the limited spots for this program at getthegutstogoforit.com. I can't wait to help you go for it. So how can you live the lesson, navigate change with grace? How can you implement that into your life right now? Let's go. First tip on how you can begin to navigate change with grace is to have a so what mindset, to have a so what mindset. And having a so what mindset meaning understanding that change is a part of life. Change is inevitable. As long as you live, things will change. And honestly, change is a good thing. And to start to embrace change as a constant, something that is going to happen, and as a good thing. But by having a so what mindset, you understand the change is going to happen, and saying so what to whatever that change might be. It's saying, okay, it is what it is. Change is going to happen. So what? This thing happened. So what? This change happened. So what? And then the other part is so what is so now what? How do I move forward from this? How do I move forward from this? What do I do with this change? How do I thrive in this change? So having a so what, a resilient mindset is the first thing you can do in learning how to navigate change with grace. As soon as the change happens, say so what? Say so what? And then so now what? How do I move forward in this situation? Tip number 2 in how to live the lesson, navigate change with grace, is to maintain a daily routine. Maintain a daily routine. So understand that change is going to happen in your life. Change will happen personally, change will happen professionally. Those are some things that we can't control. And so what is my version of the serenity prayer in learning how to change the things you can, embrace the things that you can't change, accept those things that you can't change, but change the things that you can. And so having a daily routine in the midst of change and understanding that change is going to come helps you to maintain control over the things you have control over. Some things you can't. So when life changes, things change, things happen. You have no control over that. But maintaining a daily routine helps you to maintain control over the things that you actually can control. And that helps you to navigate change a little bit more easily and a little bit more grace. Tip number 3 in navigating change with grace is to develop stress relieving strategies. Stress relieving strategies. What do you do when the change comes and it stresses you out? And that can happen. That will happen. The more and more you practice the other strategies of having a so what mindset and having a daily routine makes it less stressful when change happens. But a lot of times we're going to feel that stress. But how do you manage the stress when it comes in your life? A big one for me is exercise, specifically walking. Specifically walking, getting in a good sweat, relieving my mind. I often, when I'm walking, I'm flooded with ideas, positive ideas, positive. Even when negative things are going on in my life, when I'm walking, God gives me so many ideas. A lot of times for my business, that I'm walking even faster because I'm ready to get home so I can get to work or at least write down these ideas that I'm flooded with. But maybe for you, it's meditation. Whatever it is, decide or figure out what it is for you that helps you to feel less stressed. Healthy things, healthy things, because I know we can also have habits, stress relieving techniques that maybe are not as good for us and may cause us some other problems, but develop some stress relieving techniques that are healthy and can contribute to you not only being more stress free, but dealing with that change and just becoming a better, healthier person overall. Tip number 4 in navigating change with grace is to get some help. Seek support when it's needed. You are not out here by yourself. I know sometimes we do feel like we are all alone and we're dealing with things alone, but in most cases, in most situations, we are not alone, and we are only alone if we choose to be alone. So maybe it is not necessarily who you feel like should be there for you, who should be helping you, but and maybe you have to pay for that support and that help in the form of professionals. But seek support. Don't be alone. Don't deal with stress or that change alone. Talk to someone who's been through the same change, whether that's a loss of a loved one, loss of a life, loss of an opportunity, or just whatever the change might be. You're probably not the first person who's gone through that change. So find a support group, a support person, somebody who's actually gone through that change, or just a professional who knows how to help you deal with change. But seek support. And tip number 5 on how to navigate change with grace is to reflect on past experiences. And I love doing this in my speeches, in my workshops, my resilience speeches and workshops, where and even the leadership ones, where I encourage people, and now I'm encouraging you to reflect on past experiences. So yeah, this change has happened or is happening in your life, and you may be experiencing this change. But and it may sound devastating, it may feel devastating, but I want to encourage you to reflect on past experiences. Reflect on another time you had change in your life, a major change in your life, or maybe not so major, but a change in your life that impacted your life or made you feel like you couldn't get through it, made you feel like this is horrible. But reflect on that, and most likely you're at a point in your life now where you're like, oh yeah, I did get through that. Oh yeah, it is okay. And or even, oh, I'm glad that change happened. I wouldn't have chosen it. That's not what I wanted, but it actually ended up being a good thing. So reflect on your past experiences and past times in your life where you've had change and just how you navigated those changes to help you learn how to navigate change gracefully now and in the future. And that is lesson 14, navigate change with grace. A beautiful lesson that I learned from my grandmothers, and it's one of the most powerful lessons that I feel like I've learned in being a more resilient person, and the fact that now that's my jam now is resilience, and me helping other people to say so what and to be more resilient in their own lives, be more confident and more resilient in their own lives, and helping other people to be more resilient too, is navigating change with grace. That is a survival, not just survival tactic. It's important for surviving, but it's even more important if you learn how to navigate change with grace to helping you thrive and live a more confident and successful life. So if you like this video, be sure to like this video and subscribe so that you can get notified when I have more and more videos to come. So more to come. This is more lessons to come to help you be a more confident and resilient leader of a team or just your own life. See you soon.